All right, summer's just around the corner. And if you're in the restaurant business, you know exactly what that means, right? Sunshine, tons of customers, but also a huge challenge. How do you possibly keep up with that crazy lunch rush while making sure your profits don't just melt away in the heat? Well, stick with me because we are going to break down one single menu item that is an absolute financial powerhouse. It's designed to make your summer a massive, massive success.
So here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll dig into the summer lunch challenge itself. Then, I'm going to show you a super profitable solution. We'll get into the numbers, because they don't lie. After that, we'll walk through exactly how to craft the perfect wrap, share some pro tips to make it even better, and then finish up with a few common questions. Sound good? Let's jump in.
Okay, first up, let's talk about the summer lunch challenge. You know, it's that constant battle, this tug of war between getting food out fast, making sure it's high quality, and actually making a profit. Let's really dig into why this is such a headache for so many restaurant owners.
So, does this sound familiar to you? The doors swing open, it's a beautiful sunny day, and boom, you are slammed. You've got a line of customers all wanting something fresh, something light, and they want it fast. The big question is, how do you give them exactly that without watching your profit margins just disappear?
I mean, it's a real dilemma, right? Your customers today, they're kind of shying away from those heavy burgers and fried foods, especially in the summer. They want healthier options, but you've still got to be quick, you've got to be efficient, and let's be honest, you absolutely have to be profitable. It is a constant juggling act to keep the menu exciting while making sure the numbers on the back end actually work.
So, what's the solution? Is there one? Well, we've got a single, really elegant answer that is designed to hit every single one of those challenges head-on. It's time for you to meet your new menu, MVP.
And here it is, the Southwestern Grilled Chicken Wrap. Seriously, this thing is the perfect answer. It just hits all the right notes. It's fresh, it's totally satisfying, it's exactly what people are looking for in terms of health trends, and, this is the crucial part, it is built for speed in the kitchen.
Okay, now, get ready for the number that changes the entire game. Honestly, this is the whole story right here. This wrap, it comes with an expected profit margin of, wait for it, 75%. Yeah, 75. That is not a typo. Just let that sink in for a second.
So you're probably asking, how on earth is a margin like that even possible? Well, it's not magic, I promise. It's just really, really smart menu engineering. So let's pull back the curtain and break down the P&L to see exactly how these numbers stack up.
And look, the math here is it's beautifully simple. You're selling this wrap for, let's say, $14.99. It feels premium, it looks great, but your actual food cost, just $3.75. That huge gap between those two numbers, that's where the magic happens. It's all about smart pricing meeting smart sourcing to create that incredible margin.
This chart just says it all, doesn't it? It shows you the raw financial power we're talking about. For every single wrap that goes out the door, that tiny little slice right there, that's your cost. But that massive slice, over $11, that goes straight into your pocket. It's literally a profit-generating machine disguised as a really, really tasty lunch.
Okay, so you've seen the why. I mean, it's pretty compelling, right? Now let's get our hands dirty and talk about the how. We're going to walk through the exact ingredients and the step-by-step assembly process to make this thing an absolute star on your menu.
So here are the building blocks. Take a look. You've got those premium-feeling ingredients, like the grilled chicken breast and the fresh avocado. But notice what makes up the bulk of the wrap: the tortilla, the mixed greens, the black bean and corn salsa. Those are all high-impact, but really low-cost items. And that, right there, is the secret to keeping that food cost so low.
And you know what? Here's the best part, especially for your kitchen crew. It's a dead simple 4-step assembly process. You prep your ingredients, you spread and layer, you dress and fold, and you serve. That's it. It's this super repeatable, efficient flow that means you can crank out dozens and dozens of these during that crazy lunch rush without even breaking a sweat.
Okay, but to take this from just a good menu item to a great one, we got to think like an exec chef for a minute. So let's go over some absolutely essential tips for maximizing your speed and the quality of that final wrap.
And look, these aren't just nice ideas. These are operational game changers. Prep your chicken and salsa ahead of time. Use pre-shredded cheese to save precious seconds. And here's a big one. Always warm your tortillas before you roll them. It stops them from tearing. And how about adding a vegetarian option? Boom, you just opened up your menu to a whole new group of customers. And always, always be clear about allergens.
All right, let's tackle some of the questions that are probably already running through your mind as you're thinking about how to bring this into your own kitchen.
This is a big one. Probably the first question most people ask. How do you make this vegetarian?
Oh, it's so easy. You can just swap out the chicken for some seasoned black beans, maybe some roasted sweet potato, or if you want to get fancy, even some grilled halloumi. The base of the wrap is already there, so it's a super simple switch.
Ah yes, the dreaded soggy wrap. It is the absolute worst, right? It can completely ruin the meal. So keeping things crisp is a huge quality control issue.
It's actually really simple. There are 3 key things. 1, make sure your salsa is really well drained. 2, don't go crazy with the dressing inside the wrap. And 3, serve it immediately. You do those 3 things, and you are going to have a perfect crisp wrap every single time.
Okay, what about sides? Every hero needs a sidekick, right? So let's talk about how to pair this wrap to create the perfect plate.
And you've got options here. You can go classic diner style with some French fries or onion rings, or you can lean into that whole fresh, light vibe with a fruit cup, a simple side salad, or maybe even a cup of gazpacho. Both routes are fantastic and make for a really easy upsell.
So let's circle back to the most important point here. This quote really says it all. With that incredible 75% profit margin, this wrap isn't just another tasty lunch option. It is a financial powerhouse for your business.
So, we've just walked you through the why and the how for this one proven winner. And that leaves you with one final question to take back to your own kitchen. What will be your menu's next 75% margin powerhouse? The answer is probably already in your walk-in. The opportunity is right there, waiting for you.